Yes, Pisces, it's February 2021, and I'm looking at your horoscope here. We may as well animate it. Some of you want to see exactly what's going on. Just as a precursor, the red lines here, and I only generally now use the trines and the squares, the bigger aspects. We only have a few minutes. I don't like to labour the point, but the blue aspects are supportive. We see here on the 3rd, 8th house, which is shared resources, charity and generosity, spiritual activities here, donations are indicated by the moon transiting in that supportive aspect. Hard aspects here, however, on the 4th and 5th. And along with that, we notice that the planet ruling your relationships with other people, most notably your marital planet, Mercury, is retrograde this month. Here in this 12th house with this cluster of planets, really obstructing in a way. When you've got too many planets there, it's very hard to filter out the energies of each. It's like the palette of an artist, where you've got a whole lot of different colours and they're all starting to get mixed up. That's not going to be like that for the whole month, but I would say that if you observe the moon here as it's moving through the 11th house, it's going to start getting intense around the 9th, when the moon makes a conjunction to Pluto in your 11th house of friendships and lifelong desires. That's what this area relates to. Then it's going to hit Saturn here in the 12th house. This is going to cause you to maybe withdraw, feel a little down. Relationships may not be quite what they should be. This is a moment when you should spend it alone. And that's also shown around the 12th, when that moon enters its new moon phase. There it is there. It's all happening in that 12th house. And that shows us some sort of spiritual revelation or some insight that you gain. That's not going to happen by, getting out there and relating to your social tribe or your husband or wife or your children or your co-workers here in the 6th house. This is all about withdrawal of energies and a collection of those energies. You'll also notice here the Piscean theme. All of this stuff is Piscean theme. So you're going to relate to this very easily, but it is a peak time for that Pisces style energy to come through. You'll notice that around the 14th and 15th, when the moon makes a conjunction to Neptune, that you are going to be really intuitive about all this sort of stuff. The moon moves through the finance sector on the 16th and 17th, and then to this rather volatile combination, not as volatile as it was, because we saw that conjunction of Mars and Uranus late last year, and also the conjunction of your ruler, one of the co-rulers of Pisces, Jupiter and Saturn. That's also moving away. And so there's a decompression going on right now, even though you've got all of this stuff happening. A nice transit there on the 20th with the sun moving out of that 12th house. The sun is your health planet. You may be realizing that you're not running on all 8 cylinders. And so that requires you to look at the lifestyle you've been living. 6th house has to do with lifestyle. It's got to do with health. The sun for the Pisces sun sign is not particularly good. And so you need to revitalize yourself. You need to do a lot of deep breathing. You need to use Sundays, which is the day of the sun, to do maybe a little bit of fasting, and then you can restore some of those waning health aspects. Notice the moon on the 24th moving into that area as well. That's a build-up too, because it's gone through the opposition of Pluto. Transformative, although challenging. And then all of these opposing planetary aspects to first to Saturn and to Mercury, and then to Jupiter. And then towards the last couple of days of the month, you'll notice Venus again moving out of there. So that again has taken more pressure off this 12th house stuff. You're going to be engaging more people at that time. And on the very last day of the month, note the full moon occurring in the 7th house, which supports what I'm saying there, that along with the fact that Mercury has gone forward, all of that reappraisal or retrospective thinking has maybe come to some conclusion. Venus moves out of that 12th house, taking that pressure away. And then the full moon connecting yourself, which is this first house sun sign, with the seventh house or others, significant partners, and the world at large, people generally. This is the PR sector of your horoscope. So there it is, a very brief, hopefully useful synopsis. You can get more at astrology.com.au. I've got the chronological listing there, along with the daily, the weekly, and the yearly forecasts that are available. But most importantly, I've got yours truly here waiting to do your serious karmic analysis of what's happening based upon your personal birth data in 2021. That's my specialty, Vedic astrology. Very different to this. It's very, very different, and it is a remedial-based form of astrology, which I've been initiated into over the past 25 years, and I'd love to share that with you in a personal one-on-one reading if you'd like to. You can do that by dropping me a line here. While you're at it, subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.